going to start by seasoning my goat and setting it aside. So I have maybe just about a pound of goat, fresh goat as I said. So to that I'm going to add my freshly ground seasonings. And guys, remember the recipes will be posted on Facebook, so you can check for it there. And also WhatsApp us at 393-ACTN. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt to start with. And also a teaspoon of paprika. And just not to forget, most of my seasonings and spices are from Chatak Foods. Alright, so let's just give this a little toss. You can use your hands. Alright, so this is just the initial seasoning of the goat. So I have my fresh seasonings, I have my paprika, my salt, and as I said before, it was lightly seasoned. I had added some of the Chatak's Jeera powder to it before. Alright, and one thing to notice when you're doing curry, you don't want to over season because curry in itself, the curry powder is a seasoning. Alright, and with Chatak's curry powder, the flavors are amazing. So you'll see that in a bit. Alright, so I'm going to set aside the meat for maybe about a half an hour. And then we'll come back to curry our goat. Alright, so it's time to curry our goat. So guys, you can let me know on the chat how your Christmas was, how your New Year turned out to be. And also you can try the recipes along with me while I am doing it. Alright, so I put about 2 tablespoons of oil to heat. So the oil is nice and hot. So I'm going in with Chatak's mild masala. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons of that to that hot oil. And now I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of their loose curry powder. Alright, so to that I'm going to add a bit of oil. So we're going to cook our curry. Well, some of us will say we're going to burn the curry. I don't like to burn the curry too much though, it gets sort of bitter. So I'm basically parching my curry powder. Alright, so you see I'm mashing it down like that. So in total I have 4 tablespoons of curry powder. 2 of the masala and 2 of the loose curry powder. Alright, and something else I like to do, I like to add my freshly ground seasoning. So that's what I'm going to do with the rest of this seasoning here. It smells so yummy already. Alright, so I'm going to add a bit more water just to cook it up a bit. Alright, so see that lovely color that it has? Alright, so you could just lower the heat on the stove and let it cook down for a bit. Alright, so while it is frying up, I'm just going to add a piece of raw pepper. Now you don't have to add any extra pepper if you don't want it too spicy. And I'm going to put a piece of onion, fresh onion in here. I'm just going to slice it up thinly. And let that fry up. So I have my curry powders, I have my fresh seasoning, and I have added onions and a piece of pepper. Alright, so I'm going to let it fry up just for about 2 minutes again, and then we'll be incorporating our goat. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so while my curry mixture is cooking up, before I add the goat, I'm going to start prepping my cassava. And for those of you who don't like cassava, you need to try this recipe. You're going to totally change your mind. All right, so I'm just going to roughly chop some onions. I have 2 pimentos here. Now remember, if you're doing more, you can always double up on your seasonings. Oh, these onions are actually making me cry. A long time it didn't happen. So these onions are good. All right, so again, I'm going to be using some fresh hot pepper, Congo pepper, or habanero, as some people may call it. I'm not going to put too much. And of course, I love my fresh ginger. So I'm just going to grate a piece of this. So I'm seeing my curry mixture is thickening up really nice there. So I'm just allowing it to saute, to simmer, you know, get a nice rich thickness to coat the goat. All right, so I'm just going to grate a piece of this ginger. Ginger has a very strong flavor, so you don't want to overpower it. All right, so we have about a tablespoon of freshly ground ginger. All right, so I'm going to just move aside. I'm going to give my curry a stir. So you see how nice and thick this consistency is. And guys, feel free to ask me measurements and stuff like that. I know that, you know, sometimes it may not come out exactly like how I'm doing it here, but feel free to WhatsApp, feel free to call and ask me, you know, how to go about doing it properly. All right, so I'm going to add the goat. So I'm going to allow this to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes to fry up a bit. So I'm just going to turn up the heat a bit. I want to fry it up, thicken that sauce just a bit so I make sure that it's coated evenly on the goat. This smells so good. I can't wait to try it. I haven't had goat in a while, so I decided to do that today. A good way to break in the new year. It's good meat. Alright, so I'm just going to cover that and allow it to cook for a couple minutes. And then after that, we're going to come back, incorporate our peas to bring it to a close, and then we're going to see about our cassava. Alright, so stay tuned for that.
Welcome to the Chatak's Kitchen, where it's tastier and spicier. For even more taste, cook with Chatak's Amchar Masala, saffron, ground jeera and black pepper. Mix in Chatak's mild, spicy Madras curry. Get a burst of excitement with a mango amchar, homsate and mango kuchila, lime and pepper chunks, West Indian hot sauce and lime pepper sauce. Plus, Chatak's tamarind and mango chutneys are perfect with kalori and sahina. So make your kitchen a Chatak kitchen. Chatak's fruit products, bringing good taste to life.
Connect with ACTN The Voice on Facebook or Instagram at ACTN The Voice. ACTN The Voice, your family-friendly station.
Hi everyone, I'm Stacey from Stacey's Kitchen. Check out our new episodes, Season 3 of Stacey's Kitchen at our new time, 5:30 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, right here on ACTN The Voice. I will be whipping you up some flavorful and appetizing dishes. As they say, good food makes a good mood. So guys, stay tuned for this culinary explosion right here on Stacey's Kitchen.